What's up, everybody? I'm Logan and this is Whirly Reviews, the YouTube channel where I geek out and talk shit. And today I'm going to be talking about The Tomorrow War. I want to start off by saying that this movie is getting a fair amount of hate. And to be honest, I get the reason why people aren't liking it. But at the same time, this is a pretty damn good movie. It has a nice mix of action, sci-fi, and horror. It's action-packed when it needs to be. It's very tense when it needs to be. But really, you don't need the third act. Regardless, this plot does draw you in. I really like the idea of that people from the present have to go into the future to fight a war. It's almost like reverse Terminator. Like if Kyle Reese went back to the 80s, picked up Sarah Connor, brought her to the future, and they fought Skynet, this is kind of what that would be like. Chris Pratt did an amazing job, as always.
You please comply and bite down, sir.
If you get your hand out of my face, I'm gonna bite your finger off.
I've become a real big fan of his ever since Guardians of the Galaxy came out. And of course, Jurassic World is one of my favorite movies of all time. So going in this, having him be the lead character, I figured I was gonna like it. Usually when you like an actor or their work, you will check something out, and 9 times out of 10, you'll probably enjoy it more than somebody who's not a fan. The story goes at a pretty good pace, but to me it feels like it's 3 movies in one. I've heard that they have plans for sequels. I don't know how true that is. Kind of hope they do get to do a part 2. I'd like to see if they do want to tell more story, like where does it go from here. But for the most part, your first, second, and third act all feel like 3 different movies. This one could have been them like the first half of the movie getting ready for the war and then going to the war. Could have had it where they just went to the future and end up having to try to rescue that team and then reveal that the colonel that's been on the radio is his daughter. That would have been a great cliffhanger to lead into them going catch the queen or whatever. The creature design was fucking phenomenal. When it's done right, doing your villain or creature in white can work. I've seen it where it's just like, yeah, that sucks. But look at the Indominus Rex. Pretty goddamn terrifying if you ask me. But these things definitely strike fear. They're fast, they could shoot these little spikes out their tail, so even if you're outrunning them, they could still take you down. And they're hard as fuck to kill, too. They definitely meet the criteria of being a badass science fiction horror villain. But back to what I was saying, how it feels like 3 movies. You could have done the whole thing when they went to go get the queen as a second movie and ended with the daughter's death. And then at the end of the second film, you lead it off to where they know, oh shit, they're already here. Boom, you got a trilogy. But that's just my opinion on how they did it. Really like the side characters. What's the guy's name? Shit, why do I always forget character names when I shoot these things? But his buddy, I think it's Charlie, the guy that was with him from the start. Really like that character. He brought some humor to it. And he did a pretty decent job. I mean, didn't make me laugh out loud, but I mean, I giggled at a few things.
See, I don't get the criteria for like what goes and what stays. Like they took my shorts, they left the jacket, which is clearly like fashion over function. My man over there is wearing a chef's hat. I mean, I didn't get this. This isn't a military issue. A buttons at Ross, dress for less for like $30.
Also that badass dude that had the claw around his neck. Yeah, I forgot his name too, but really dug that character. Was really sad to see him sacrifice himself at the end. But if they would have done separate movies and we got to see that character really grow and everything and we learned to love him, seeing him sacrifice himself, yeah, I definitely would have been crying. Also love that his future daughter is Hannah from Dexter, and I can't remember her name. But really excited to see her in something else. I just got done binging Dexter a while back. Meant to do a review, just haven't gotten around to it. But the scenes between Chris Pratt and her, it makes it feel like, yeah, this is father and daughter, and they have that weird, awkward tension. And it just flows nicely for this movie. This is definitely another one I'm hoping will get a Blu-ray release. One of the biggest issues I have with movies and TV shows that you have to stream is that they never get that physical release. A lot have in the past. In fact, Umbrella Academy Season 1 finally did. So I really hope that this is one that will get that physical media release. This was just a great movie. It's fun. If you're a fan of sci-fi, action, and horror, it's very enjoyable. Best movie of the year? No. Worst movie of the year? Not a chance. I would say it's somewhere in the middle, but a little bit above average. I enjoyed every aspect of it. I enjoyed the story, the characters, the horror. The creatures were a big plus for me. So with that being said, I'm going to give this one a rewatch level. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. I will give it a 5 out of 10. I could see myself rewatching this If they do a sequel, I will probably rewatch it more and enjoy it more knowing that we're going to get more story. But as it stands alone, yeah, 5 out of 10. But that's it. And if you would, hit that like button, drop a comment down in the comments section, share on social media, and subscribe to stay up to date with all the videos I got coming. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.